This video is about worry, and in particular, it's about a strategy that you can use when you recognise that you're worrying to try and break out of that. One of the things we usually do when we're worrying is we are trying to convince ourselves that it's going to be okay. So I might be stuck worrying about whether it's about something that's happening at work and whether or not things are going to go well. If it's a job interview that's like 2 weeks away and I keep thinking about I really need it and what's going to happen if I don't get it. Or if it's about health, maybe I'm worried about a symptom that I've noticed and I keep thinking about what's this going to be like, how's this going to go, or I'm having to wait for some test results maybe. One of the things that might be happening is you're going, I'm sure it'll be okay, I'm sure it'll be okay. Or trying to think of all the possible outcomes and what you will do if those things happen. The problem is that usually you can't get rid of the little bit of doubt. No matter how convincingly you put to yourself, I'm sure it'll be okay, there's always going to be part of you that goes, yeah, but you don't know that. You don't know that it's going to be okay. And if it isn't going to be okay, that's really scary. That's why sometimes when you're trying to argue with yourself or convince yourself it's going to be okay, you just get even more stuck. And you can spend hours like that. And one of the worst parts of that is that while you're worrying, life that's going on in front of you, you could be sat with your loved ones and not really there. You could spend hours with them, but you're not really present. And that's really horrible too. So the strategy I'm going to suggest here is, rather than trying to convince yourself or trying to explain to yourself exactly how it's going to be okay, instead just asking, where am I? Where's my mind? Usually when we're worrying, we're off in the future. We're thinking about what might happen, what the consequences will be. And in reality, that's kind of a little bit of a made-up world. We don't mean to, it just happens like that, but my mind's off in the future. Sometimes when I'm worrying, I'm thinking about something I've done, like what's happened, should I have done that, should I have said this differently. Either way, where I'm not is I'm not in the present. And usually the present isn't quite as scary. So if you can ask, where's my mind? Am I in the future, am I in the past, or am I in the present? And then gently trying to focus a little bit more on what's in front of you. So if your loved ones are around you, just trying to focus on what that person is saying, or bringing yourself into the room using your senses, like trying to ruffle somebody's hair or get yourself a cold drink, just bringing yourself into the present, into the now, and just say, okay, I'm going to try my best while I've got all this doubt remaining. If I'm waiting to hear back from some test results, or I've got a job interview to wait for, that's a long time. If I can just have a bit more of that time actually in the room, actually focusing on what's in front of me, I'll get more out of that waiting period than if I was just off in the future all the time. So where's my head? Can I just bring myself gently back to the here and now?